Hello, my name's Grant, and I'm a teacher at Palmore Institute. And today we're going to be doing a video lesson for Speaking Masters, Senior Master level. And today what we're going to be looking at is proverbs and expressions related to people. We'll be looking at 10 of them. And what I'd like you to do first is just have a look at the 10 proverbs and expressions and write them down on a piece of paper. And if you're not sure of the meanings of any, just look them up and check that you understand the meanings. So I'll just put those up for you now to write down. You can pause the video anytime so that you have a chance to write them down. Okay, now you've had a chance to have a look at those proverbs and expressions. What I'm going to do next is put up the list of proverbs and expressions and the meanings. So on the left are the proverbs and expressions, on the right are the meanings, but they're mixed up. So what you've got to do is try and match them. So again, you can pause the video while you have a chance to write them down and try and match them. So just have a look at those now. Now you've had a chance to try and match those, pretty tricky task. I'm going to put up the answers for you. So just check your answers against mine. Just have a look at this. Good. Now that you understand the proverbs and expressions and the meanings, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put up the proverbs and expressions and some example sentences with them included. So you can read these out loud and practice saying the sentences with the proverbs and expressions, and also try and write them down as a reference for exercises later in this lesson. So just have a look at this now. Good. Next, we're going to look at some definitions and some sentences. And this time, what I'd like you to do is match the definition with the sentence, including the proverb or expression. And what you're going to do is choose the number on the left and write it in the column on the right with the matching sentence to the definition. So just have a look at those a minute and try and complete that task. Now you've had a chance to try and complete that task. I'm just going to put up the answers for you. So just check your answers against my answers and make sure that they're the same. Okay, I'll give you a second just to check that. Now you've checked those answers. What we're going to do next is I'm going to put up some sentences with gaps, and you've got to try and put the proverbs or expressions into the gaps in the sentences to make them complete. So just have a look at that and try and complete that exercise. Now you've finished that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the answers for you and check your answers against mine with the completed sentences. And don't forget, try practicing reading these sentences out loud so that you get lots of practice using the proverbs. So I'll just put those up for you now. Okay, so now you've had lots of practice with those proverbs and expressions and looked at them in sentences, looked at the definitions. What I'd like you to do is take the 10 proverbs and expressions and make sentences and responses to your sentences. And I'll check this in class when you return to Palmore. I'll just put up an example of a sentence and a response that I'd like you to try and do for yourself as well. So just have a look at that now. So I'd like you to try and make some sentences and responses with the 10 proverbs and expressions similar to the one that I gave you as an example. Now, what I'd like you to look at are the discussion questions that we practice in class. I'd like you to look at these questions and think about answers that you can give to these questions when you take the in-class lesson. So just have a look at those now. So please think about those discussion questions and how you're going to respond in class. And finally, for your homework, I'm going to put up the role plays. So I want you to choose one role play and write it out and bring it to class, and we'll perform the role play in front of the other students in class. You can choose either one or two, or you can choose your own idea and make your own role play. So I'll just put those up for you now. Well, that's about it for today's Speaking Masters class. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned a lot of proverbs and expressions related to people, and that you'll try and use them in your daily English. Next, we'll be looking at phrases and expressions related to work. So I look forward to seeing you next time, and take care and see you again.